60 outlaw. Topper. Now.
A first carry for Leonard Fournette. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Down.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Here's Kelly to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And he's going to get this deep on a Carolina side of the field. A big play there on the catch and run. 55 yards.
First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. The former LSU Tiger Dante Jackson on the stop. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, said he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Jaguars drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. And that makes the score 7-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Great.
Now Newton. Eluding the pressure right. To the right side and complete to Hurst. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Taking a shot for Samuel. And that is incomplete.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A good return there, call it 13 yards. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They'll be looking to duplicate the efforts of drive number 1 that resulted in 7 points in the 7-zip lead.
Well, you know how much I enjoy horse racing, right? Looks like they caught a flyer out of the gate, as they would say when you're running the big-time races. It means they get out to a fast start. They're setting the pace, making the other team chase now.
A play fake. Now Kelly. connecting here with DJ Shark. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39.
Ready up. Greystone, travel. Ready.
Now Leonard Fournette. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down.
Blue draw Corker.
Third and 4.
Hey, Charlie.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Right there. 54. Right there. Right there.
Let's go.
Kelly from the gun on third down. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Dante Jackson picks it, and they will finally stop him as he's down to the 40-yard line. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Gun.
Now following the interception, here's Newton. That's complete to Slayton. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. 25 yards that time. On first down, Newton. Flush to his right. And he just throws this one away. Smart decision here this close to the end zone, and it brings up second down. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
Now Ito Smith. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. No gain on that one as it brings up a 3rd and 10. If you're going to run against this unit, especially down here, just beware. I mean, they're the top rushing defense in the league.
Yeah, and then they go ahead and they double down with the whole thing because you think, okay, let's throw the ball. Oh, yeah, that's right. They defend the pass pretty well, too. Very difficult task right now.
He can run for it, and he will. And they're able to corral him right around the 8, and that's short of the first down. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. On now is the kicker, Jason Myers, for the field goal try. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Myers able to knock it through, and they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. A tale of two extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, and it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
80 weapon. Fight.
This is Fournette, and he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down.
6-6. Pull it high. 54. Hard. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Look at me. Zipper. Check 9. Hey, watch that.
Now Kelly to throw on 3rd down. Looking deep downfield. And he can't quite intercept it. Zone coverage, free safety was there. Couldn't come up with it, and now it's 4th down. On fourth down, on is Logan Cook to punt. This is away and a very good kick, angled for the sidelines. And it's out of bounds. Now we'll see what the side judge says. He says out at the 8-yard line. After one, 7-3 the score on EA Sports. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he finally goes down, but not before reaching the 21. We often, with Cam Newton, talk a lot about his legs. Don't forget about that arm.
He can throw it on a rope. He can loft it. He's got the touch that's been developed throughout his career. But the big part about just watching him throw it, it seems almost effortless.
So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone. Smith. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. He shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position.
Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice.
20.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Newton escaping the pressure right. He's going to take off with it. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the 1st down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Now a handoff here to his running back. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short.
When a good play is made on defense, oftentimes leverage is the key to everything. Defensive line not getting turned, all the other guys making sure they're in the right spot, and on that play, they were able to stop him short of a 1st down.
No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Out of the gun, it's Kelly. And he will find his man on the end route. Complete. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there.
Makes it 3rd and 5.
Go out. Yes, yes. Let's go.
From the gun on 3rd down, Kelly. He's going to sling this deep downfield and almost picked off. I guess the good news for them now, it's 4th down.
And what did we talk with them about prior to the game? Their ability to move the chains, pick up 1st downs. So far, 0 for 3 on 3rd down. If that continues, they'll have little chance of winning this one.
And this is going to be ruled out, I think, just inside the 20. Yes, it will. Side judge calls it at the 19-yard line. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Now they're about to come up on drive number 4, but so far just 2 field goals on drives 1 through 3.
Wondering if the head coach has talked with his offense coordinator and said, look, let's go ahead and press this a little bit. I'm giving you 4 downs on just about every occasion to try and get this offense kick-started and have it culminate in touchdowns. You know, maybe someday to press it a little bit. This might be the case.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. And here we go again. Here we go again.
Great. Gun. Check.
To throw again, Newton. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. The Panthers have the first. It's a gain of 12. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
56. Mike, 56. 56. You're not ready. 56 to Mike, boy. 56. Check.
To throw is Newton. Flushed out right. And he's going to keep it here. He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Ready. Check. Gun. Check. Hot. Express.
Check. 22. Check. Over. Check. 22. Check. Over.
Express.
That's me.
8.
He's checking crap.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Newton eluding the pressure right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
They've been playing sound fundamental defense thus far and able to keep this offense from creating a major dent on the scoreboard.
Able to force the incompletion, but still waiting for that game-changing play. You feel like it's coming, the first sack, the first turnover.
In a sense, they're playing old-school defense right now. The new-school defense is what you said, taking the ball away.
Throwing on 3rd down, Newton. And he's got his target. That's Moore. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Well, we always hear about the connections some quarterbacks have with certain receivers. I think this guy has a connection with just about everyone. Didn't mind throwing it in there against double coverage to him.
Shows some confidence, supreme confidence.
Big-time confidence that he would make the play for him, and he did.
So after 2 first downs, they get another here. 1st and 10 at the 45. They'll run here with McAllister. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd down, McAllister. And they'll get this just to the 47, 1-yard gain. That result, really no surprise. That's what we're coming accustomed to with this #1 ranked rush defense.
And you study the game. Does this bring back a few memories? Maybe the 85 Bears trying to move the ball against them, 2000 Ravens. Heck, how about the late 60s, early 70s Purple People Eaters, the Minnesota Vikings? Hard to move the ball against those types of teams.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. And give him 5 yards there, and it's enough for the first.
First down.
That's it. Right to the 3.
56. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready.
8.
Out of the gun, Newton. Flush to his right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
No doubt that's a very good play defensively right there, because you've always got to be aware that he can take off and make a big play with his legs. How about the way they were able to contain him? That also tells me the coverage was excellent downfield.
So maybe just a momentary setback on what's been a great drive so far, but 2nd and 13 here. On the carry, here's Smith. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
What's that? Ready? Check 55, come on. I'm coming. 8. I'm coming. Check. Gun.
From the gun, here's Newton. Escaping the pressure right. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. The Jaguars going to go ahead and use their first timeout as the clock shows 50 seconds to play here in half number 1. And the kick's away as he angles this one for the sideline. And no return possible here as they angle this one out of bounds. So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Well, what's the plan of attack here? Very late 2nd quarter, and look where the ball is.
Yeah, a bad spot for you. But the defense has all 3 timeouts. So what you're telling your team is ball security number 1.
He's got a man complete. Now the Jags will use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half.
36-yard line.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's first down on the other side of the field.
Coaching spell. Hey, alert 3, alert 3. Check 37, check 37. Sit up. Get it.
They'll run with Fournette, and he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2. On 2nd and 11 now. Kelly being chased out left. He'll run it. Kelly stripped. The ball is free, and it's picked up by the Panthers. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. So a very tight first half. We had to break in a 1-point game as we now go downstate to Orlando and check in with Jonathan Coachman with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
Watch safety.
Gun, gun. Hey!
Safety screen.
Hey!
Hey, check 24.
Now Newton on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Sacked by the outside backer, Telvin Smith. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
And he'll be tackled just past the 35 at the 36. Give him 6 on the run. They're going to be faced now with a 3rd and 12.
He hasn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Gun, gun.
56. Mike, 50. Right there, 56.
20.
On 3rd down, Newton flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Well, this secondary has done such a good job of frustrating these receivers tonight. Another example right there on the deep ball.
Sometimes when the sun goes down and it's just the bright lights in the stadium, puts a little extra spring in their step, doesn't it? And that's what we're seeing from the defenders. Doesn't matter whether it's man or zone, deep ball, short ball, and that was a deep one there. They're making plays on the football, contesting everything.
The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over.
And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. And they finally take him down, but not before he reaches the 43. A big run by the big man Fournette, 45 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10.
64, weak.
They'll run with a former Tar Heel, T.J. Logan. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Outlaw.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch.
Topper.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. 7 yards on the carry. Make it 3rd and 4 coming up.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They'll run it again with Fournette. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. Call it a 4-yard pickup, but it leaves him a few inches short here on 4th down.
And less than a yard.
So they'll say no to the 50-yard field goal try. Instead, the offense out there, they're going for it.
Check 13. Check 13. 49. Check 49.
Now.
They'll go with a big bank Fournette. And he's able to pick up the 1st before he's taken down at the 27. Well, we kind of looked at each other as they decided to go for it, but in the end, great execution, a 6-yard gain, and it all works out.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They'll run it here with Logan. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10.
Get that ball. Clear. Get that ball. Blue draw Corkers. 25. Check 25. Check 25. Stay grip.
Here's Kelly. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab it, and that'll be a holding penalty.
The Panther rush too strong. They get there and take him down. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
Was a kicker from that distance, 56, 57 yards. So many things you got to worry about, but I am a little surprised he didn't get it there.
Yeah, with the way kickers are nowadays, we're surprised anything under 65 that it doesn't get at least to the crossbar. But remember this, you have to drive it a little bit lower in order to make that distance, and you also have to be worried about the interior rush that they can get their hands on it. So that's why those stronger kickers nowadays who can pop it up in the air and still travel and carry it, that's what you're looking for.
They'll run on 1st down. Trip. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's 2nd down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Staying on the ground, this time it's Smith. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. 4 yards on the pickup there as they get it back to a more manageable 3rd and 7.
Ready. Mike's 56. Express. 56 to Mike.
They'll run him now out of the gun. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Averaging over 50 yards a punt so far as this one's away. And this will hit just beyond the goal line as it's into the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 20-yard line.
Got it.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25.
Hey, echo. 80 weapons. Shift. Watch the shift. Guard. Get it.
To throw is Kelly. It's complete to Chris Conley. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. Both teams working on short rest, but this has been one of the better Thursday night games we've seen as they come up here on 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock with Fournette. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Offensively with the lead, you want to run the ball, keep the clock going, but you also want to still kind of be in attack mode too, right? So how do you do that and not come back on your heels?
Yeah, think about all the practices we've watched where they have that tempo period to go over things just like this, where they describe the scenario, tell you what they're looking for, and make sure that they're still attacking, yet at the same time not going so fast as to leave too much time on the clock.
From the 35 on 2nd down, Kelly. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
The Jaguars on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, Kelly. That's to his running back, Leonard Fournette. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. 11 yards there for Jacksonville and a 1st down as well.
Ready up. Step. And over.
Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go. Back.
Recon, 132 fighter.
54's Mike. 54's Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Let's get it together.
On 1st down, it's Logan. A 14-yard 1st down pickup for the Jaguars. The running game continues to be a big part of their success here early in the 4th quarter.
And with those types of runs, that tells you that they feel very confident in their running game. They feel very strong at this stage of the contest, and they want to keep doing exactly what we saw there, running the ball down their throat.
Now a 1st down throw. Kelly. Bryant has it. Boy, a tight game like this, 4th quarter, personal foul penalties, a no-no.
Yeah, we know the emotions are running high. The tensions are the same. Who can control them best could ultimately win it.
On the double.
Mike 54. It's just me and you.
Topper.
Whip. Watch the whip.
Now.
They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. Again, it's Fournette. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Leonard Fournette. His 21st touchdown of the season. And the Jaguars are able to widen their lead. And there you go. Nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments. Let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking. Beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Trailing in the 4th, this close of a game, that's a penalty you just can't afford.
It's an absolute killer, and it's one that drives coaches and teammates insane.
After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm?
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, He needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come. I know the game's not over, but there's got to be a sense of satisfaction right now for the guy carrying the football a bunch today. 99 yards.
Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Luke Kuechly in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Kelly now throwing on 3rd and long. He's going to air one out, and that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee.
Break. 54. Mike 54. You draw Corker. Switch. Ready?
On 1st down, it's Kelly. And he is brought down, but not before reaching the 30. That's now a pair of explosive plays in succession, both north of 20 yards. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
61, matchbox lights.
Check. Watch 54. Watch the run. Hey, they're running it. Hey, watch it.
On 1st and 10, Kelly. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Sack City, baby.
So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Mike 54.
Hey, Wahoo.
You don't want none.
Go.
That one looks like he'll throw here. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Whistles now and a timeout. So defensively, they burn it here with 1:51 left. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey!
Check. Watch 54. Let's put him on.
To throw, Kelly. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Logan Cook now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. And for an offense that is struggling, this is not where you want to start from. Great punt.
Fantastic punt. And for all those who wonder, what do punters do during the course of practice each and every day? The best ones do what we just saw there. Work on positioning the football and helping their team.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10.
56. Mike, 56. 8.
Newton. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line.
Well, they needed the touchdown and the 2-point conversion, but they're not going to get a shot at either. This is a great play here defensively, Brandon, and at a time that they sorely needed one. And that could be enough to help get them out of here with a victory.
Solomon Thomas there on the tackle.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So 3rd down now. They need the 27-yard line for a first. On 3rd down, Fournette. And he's able to pick up the first before he's taken down at the 27. It'll go as a gain of 9, and that should write an ending to this one.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the 4th as it was way back in the 1st, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the 2nd half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for the Jaguars,